connect with you today. I wanted to speak to you or ask you, does sleep elude you? Do you find it really hard to go to sleep or to stay asleep? Or do you find that you're just not getting that good quality of sleep? You might have a good night's sleep and then several nights sleep where you're just tossing and turning and you can't switch off. You're so tired, but yet you're so wired at the same time. You see, I get many clients that feel like this, and I'm going to put my hand up and say I do struggle with sleeping occasionally where my mind just keeps racing. But the first question that I ask my clients is, if you're having trouble sleeping, is it your head or your body that won't let you go to sleep? And usually they look at me and go, huh? What does that mean? And it's simply that, is it your head that's racing? Thoughts going on through your head? Or is it the body that won't relax and won't stay still and you find that your mind's sleepy but the body just won't switch off? So today I wanted to talk about the mind racing aspect, the mind not switching off, because I find that's probably the most common reason that someone isn't sleeping the way they should be, not getting that good quality of sleep. And that might be what's going on with you. You see, and that's what happens with me, is that my mind starts to race. So do you find that when you go to sleep, either that when you go to sleep, your mind is racing with thoughts, or that you wake up during the night and then suddenly all these thoughts bombard you during the night? And it might be thoughts like, I've got my to-do list to do tomorrow. I've got this. I've got A, B, C, D, and Z to do tomorrow. Or it could be a scenario that you've experienced in the last couple of days and you're replaying that scenario over and over again in your mind and trying to think about what you could have done differently or how it could have changed, but really thinking about it's not going to change anything. Or might be thinking about a situation that you think might happen in the future, a conversation with a co-worker, a conversation with a friend or a family member, and go over that conversation in various different ways constantly during the night. See, it's that subconscious that's trying to work through all of this. Or you might be thinking, okay, I should have done this today. I could have done that. I want to do this. And you've got this constant repetition going through the mind. And that's what won't let you go to sleep, is that constantness. So it's a bit like a vicious cycle, because these thoughts then can create anxiety. And the problem with that is that anxiety then fuels those thoughts and stops you from either going to sleep or staying asleep. So it is very much a vicious cycle. And once it's started, it's a little bit harder to get out unless you do something active about it. So it's all about being aware that this process is going on. And is it the thoughts in your mind that's stopping you from getting to sleep and getting that refreshing sleep so that you can start the day? Because if you are getting poor sleep, the next day it can leave you feeling tired and run down, forgetful, irritable, making mistakes, feeling like you're not being productive enough. It could even mean that you're feeling like your moods are lower or that you've got poor judgment. So there's a lot of different aspects that can happen because you're not getting the sleep, and it's being controlled by those thoughts that are going on through the night. So it's very important to be aware of this aspect, because once you're aware of it, you can take control of it. And that's the exciting part with this. And so to cut the cycle between the anxiety, the lack of sleep, and these thoughts, it's really important to look at supporting the nervous system, because it's the nervous system and the adrenals and those stress hormones that are perpetuating this cycle. So what can you do if you're finding yourself in this situation where you're not sleeping during the night or waking up and there's these recurrent thoughts going on through your mind that's then creating anxiety and stopping you going back to sleep? Well, the great news is there's a few things that can be done. So there are a lot of herbs around that traditionally these herbs have got a reputation for helping support the nervous system and helping the body to relax into sleep. Some of these herbs can include oats, ziziphus, passion flower, skullcap, chamomile, holy basil. There are so many beautiful herbs that have a reputation that can help you to relax into sleep. Also, there's a lot of nutrients that we can use to help the body, the nervous system relax. So nutrients like your magnesium, and I do find a lot of clients are deplete in magnesium, and that's affecting their sleep quality as well. And then your essential fatty acids, they're two nutrients that I really like to look at when someone's struggling to get good quality sleep. But also other things like during the day, not having too much sugar and caffeine throughout the day, so that there's the roller coaster ride of caffeine or sugar during the night. So it's very important to restrict processed sugar and caffeine through the day to help to get you into that sleep pattern. But also then looking at being aware of those thoughts, and journaling is always very good to help to process these thoughts and to get behind the why these thoughts are coming through. Or I find if I've got that endless to-do list going on in my mind, I have a pen and paper beside my bed so that I can write down these tasks, put them aside, and then I can go, right, that's done. I can remember it in the morning, and that way it allows me to go to sleep a little bit easier. So journaling is so important, and having a note or a notepad beside the bed to help you with that. And avoiding that screen time. So don't use your phone to record your notes, because it's that blue light on your screen that could be keeping you awake as well. Looking at meditation. Meditation's fabulous. There's a lot of studies that are showing 8 weeks of consistent meditation can help to reduce anxiety and help promote calmness of the body. So looking at doing regular meditation, it could be 10 minutes a day, but incorporating that into your lifestyle to help in the long-term process of sleeping. And then other aspects like exercise. Regular exercise has been shown to help promote the sleep patterns of a person. And then also looking at your hormones. Could it be your hormones that's keeping you awake? Sometimes if we've got an imbalance of our hormones, especially around perimenopause and menopause, it could be that it's the hormones that are stopping you from sleeping as well. So looking at balancing your hormones to help with the whole cycle. So if you're wanting more help, I'd love to be able to help you with your sleep patterns and to get that restorative sleep. Or if you're looking at more ways to support your body to feel energized, to feel full of life, I do have a webinar coming up tomorrow night, Thursday night, the 7th of July. I'd love to see you there. It's at 7 o'clock at night. And it's my formula to live an energized life and to rid stress for good. And so I'm going to touch into a few more things, a bit about sleep, but a few more aspects of how to live an energized life. And I would love to see you there. Come and join me. The link will be below on how you can get a link to your spot on this. I'd love to see you there. I'm Teresa Todd, transformational naturopath and biochemist, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.